Hello everyone, and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, with me, the Doctor, and featuring a new hero pawn who we obtained last episode. This episode and the next few we will not be doing any main quest stuff. Our next main quest objective is to defeat the Telethia. If you want to see that, episode 32 is where you want to skip to. We're basically going to do an episode of side quests in Makna Forest, episode of side quests in Colony 9, episode of side quests in Colony 6. So that's kind of where we're at. With that, the first thing we actually weirdly want to do... Oh, I've zoomed in really close for that intro now. I've made myself a bit nauseous. The first thing we want to do is, now we have access to Frontier Village, we have a side quest that we can do, that we can obtain from Sartorial Marsh. Do you remember I said that Zazadan, the weirdo in the little Nopon refuge, had another thing to offer us? But we couldn't accept it because it would need us to talk to a Nopon in Frontier Village where we had not got access to, but now we have. Let's go back and speak to Zazadan.
Oh, Zazadan sad. Zazadan have problem. Zazadan don't know what to do.
Oh, sound like something wrong. Tell Ricky, tell Ricky.
They're clearly worried about something. What do you think, Ricky? Should we ask them about it?
Wow, Dun Ricky thinks same thing, really?
You come just in time. Zazadan need to send high more caviar, but delivery no come. Zazadan so worried. Zazadan no know what to do. Then you come and talk to Zazadan. Means you want to help, right?
It shouldn't be too much work if all we have to do is take it. Or will that stuff attract monsters?
That no happen. It just coincidence last time. Worry not about it. It just because monsters think Zazadan look ridiculous. Delicious, not ridiculous, but also that.
This simple, we just have to deliver it.
Just take Haimo Caviar to Nopon called Dedeba. Dedeba live far, far away from Sartorial Marsh. Zazadan think you might meet Dedeba. It easy job for you, right? Zazadan can be happy if you are... Wait, what? Let me read that again. Zazadan be happy if you do.
And so this gives us a gift. Speak to a male Nopon called Zazadan and give him some Haimo Caviar.
Zazadan so happy you help. Now Dedeba no be angry at Zazadan.
Easy peasy. Heropon take care of it.
Make sure you get Dedeba get it safe. Thank you.
And that gives us the Haimo Caviar and a quest to do of some shady Nopon shit that's going on here. But Ricky's clearly oblivious. With that, we are going to gather a ton of quests around Frontier Village. So let's start at the very base of Frontier Village, the main entrance, which confusingly is in Makna Forest. I always forget this. By the way, yeah, Makna Forest kind of goes up there. There's the rivery section, and then it also curves down here. And you can see from those things how fucking big it is. The village entrance, yeah, confusingly, is in Makna Forest, not in Frontier Village. But also, this is actually not where I need to be. So I do need to be in the village itself. I thought so. Ah, yes, and this gives us entry bridge. Ah, and there's... Right. So another time attack thing has appeared, and wherever a new portal appears, it means a new challenge has appeared. You don't have to go through that portal specifically to get to that challenge, but you do potentially... it means a new one has been unlocked. From here, what we want to do is hop down to this kind of outer area, which is all part of Frontier Village. Over to the right, we have some collectibles. Frontier Village has its own collectopedia, but I believe it's quite a small one. It is. It's only got 6 items in it, so we should hopefully do that pretty sharpish. And this one here wants pure cherries for us for Collection Quest 2, which we've already done. Wonderful. Always nice to start off that way. Back at this entrance again, if we hop off... I thought I could hop off there. There we go, we can hop off here. There aren't so many item orbs, by the way, in the actual village itself. Most of them are in this kind of outside area. Here! Every time it scares the shit out of me. Nice, that's Empress Beetle number 3. These should help out the guys down in Colony 6. So that's, obviously, it's not directly telling us that, but Empress Beetles are used in one of the future levels of Colony 6 Reconstruction. It's not a quest in the same way as a traditional quest, but it still you'll get visions for it, which is nice. If we talk to this villager here, she wants us to bash Agile Albatro in Bridge 3, so that's a challenge quest. Then up here to the left is this tiny Nopon who wants... Is she the magic stone ones? Yes, she wants magic stones, which you get by defeating Dinosaurs, either Plasma or Inferno. With that, let's head over to the Sacred Altar. Half of these quests basically appear at night, half appear at day. So I'm going to head up and get the ones that we can get in daytime, and then head back down and get the ones from nighttime. So this guy who's straight here will give us Monster Quest. So this gives us 3 Terra Orlugas, which is part 1. 3 Amos Orlugas, which is part 2. and 3 Arena Orlugas, which is part 3. So that's very Orluga-focused ones. Up here on the next level, if we turn around, we'll have this Nopon villager here who will ask us to take up Breezy Zolos, which is a challenge quest because that's a unique monster, and Breezy Zolos is a real bitch. So we're going to do all of these this episode. It's going to be awful because some of these are actually surprisingly difficult, and Breezy Zolos is a balls. There's one very specific way to do him, which hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate successfully, or I'll make a twat of myself. Either's fine. With that, we need to warp up a little bit onto the 3rd floor. Oh, nope, we can't walk up onto the 3rd floor because there's not a landmark up there, so let's just walk, I guess. Like some kind of pleb. Now up here we have the Pollen Orb Storehouse and a guy called Doba Doba who's offering a non-unique quest, which we actually don't want to do. As non-unique quest, non-generic quest. I mean, it arguably is a unique quest, but you know what I mean. We're only interested in generic quests at the moment here. I think I've already missed where I wanted to go to. I'm at the Pollen Works level. No, I don't want to be at the Pollen Works level. Yeah, I've gone on right. Also, this is really cool, this Pollen Works device that's like got the little fucking things carrying it back and forth is all very cool. Out on this balcony out here, we have got our next Nopon villager. Me want to get flower bracelet to girlfriend, but it's basically been eaten by a Pteryx and shit out the other end. You think it will smell? It will, of lovely flowers, me hopes, which is kind of disturbing. But that gives us one of our search quests. There are no more to get in the daytime on the higher levels. We want to go straight up to Apex Lake at the top. And from this pink Nopon on a lily, she will ask us for 5 venomous lizards. Me used to have pet lizards, but Mama Pon think it food and ate it. This time me want poisonous lizards, so she not eat any more of my pets ever again. This is a repeated thing you'll hear from me throughout the entire game, and I've already said it. But what the fuck is wrong with Nopon? Everything to do with Nopon in this game is kind of fucked up. But there we go. Get me poisonous pets and my mum don't eat them. What the shit. Anyway, with that, we actually want to make it nighttime and work our way back down. So we'll start off by warping to the Prophecy Hut. And immediately here should be a guy who will offer us a material quest, which is grab 3 Ooper Embers from Ooper and Makna Forest. Now, down here on the 6th floor, we can hop down to this Nopon here, who will give us a collection quest, Ash Foxes, which we have fortunately already done as well, which is really nice. Now let's head down to the next floor. Then we've got Looper here, who offers us a known quest, which we're not going to take yet, but a villager here who offers us a nice generic quest, where she wants us to defeat Lazy Bluco, which is a unique monster that only comes out at night in Yellowflower Grove. Then this villager down below wants its Dinos Hook, which is also a search quest. Now down here at the Pollen Orb Storehouse, we have Dedeba, who we were told to look out for by Zazadan.
You're too slow. Do you know how long it's been since I asked you to bring it? Huh? You're not the usual guy. What is going on?
Dedeba knows why Hom Hom bought it. This is clearly a Nopon talking to you, but anyway.
Hand it over. Come on now. I've been waiting so long for this. You do a good job bringing it to me. Now.
Yay, yay, happy. Ricky, really happy.
You should be. We did a good job.
Huh? You already finished your job. Now leave me alone. Dedeba is very busy.
Dedeba apparently sounds the same as Zazadan. Is it because I don't have that many voices? Who knows? With that, we get some Panther Bottoms, which aren't half bad, actually, and we have got a couple more to get. And over here is a Nopon sitting in a fountain who wants cool potatoes from Colony 9. They can do this, apparently. They can ask for collection quests from other places, so that's one to do. We've only got one of them. And then, finally, we want to warp to the Sacred Altar. I could probably just jump off to now, but there we go. Over to the side here is this person who is offering us material quest. Grab 5 fancy Orluga masks. We've got to kill a lot of Orlugas anyway, so we might as well gather their masks while we're there. Over next to the shop here is also Kofuko. He's going to give us a named quest, but it's basically a generic quest functionally, so we want to get it now.
So hungry, so very, very hungry.
Oh, sounds like something wrong. Tell Ricky, tell Ricky.
Kofuko wants mushy mushrooms.
Couldn't you just eat one of those giant mushrooms?
Too big, too tough, impossible for Kofuko to eat. Maybe young friends could eat it. Friends want to try some?
I appreciate the offer, but I think I'll pass.
If Kofuko was younger, he could eat all mushrooms in village. Lately, he can only eat soft ones. Kofuko wishes he could find enough soft ones to fill his tummy. So this gives us mushy mushrooms. Grab 8 kelp mushrooms. So it's basically a thing to do while we're out and about in Makna Forest anyway. Can friends find soft and delicious kelp mushrooms for Kofuko? Kofuko wants to have kelp mushrooms like ones he used to eat as little pawn. He could eat 8 in one go. Blue mushrooms, red mushrooms, mushrooms in my tummy. Big mushrooms, little mushrooms, they're so soft and yummy, scrummy. Bring me mushrooms quick.
Easy peasy, Hierophant, take care of it.
And with that, no, we aren't quite done. We need to head outside to the Nopon Tower. Then if we head down this kind of slope to the right, we'll see 2 things, hopefully. First off, around here, we have got... I fell. Come on. There. There. Oh, tiny Ricky and his silly little legs. We have got this Nopon here, who will offer us Monster Quest. Bash 3 Itmos Upas. We need to get Upas anyway for Material Quest. Wapol Sardes. And Veneus Nebula, all at the X watering hole. And then you will notice up ahead as well, once we've also got something marked on the map, it is one of our search quests. Let's grab that. And with that completed, let's head back to the Sacred Altar. And there's another way out of this room. You'll notice actually we can see the quest where it's been offered to us through there. And this is weirdly, this is the checkpoint, not checkpoint, but location you might remember we got last episode by diving into the water. But this is the underground store. And over here is our final, actually or almost final, generic quest together from this guy up here, who wants us to get his shiny ball somewhere in the village. Those are all of the ones in Frontier Village, but there is one just out in Makna Forest generally, but we'll start here by if we go up to Apex Lake. Then over here, someone wanted us to find his Dinos hook, and indeed, there it is. That completes one of the search quests. And then there was that guy we just spoke to who wanted his shiny ball. If we go to the Chief's Resident, you can actually see it on the map there. Then we can get the shiny ball. And again, because these are generic quests, we don't have to return them, we just have to complete the objective. With that done, we just need to head out to Makna Forest to the Agni Tablet. And this Nopon here will offer us the quest Challenge. Would be Challenge 1, but there's only one challenge quest in Makna Forest. But obviously all the ones from Frontier Village apply to Makna Forest because unlike basically most of the other areas that have like cities, like Colony 9, the city and the surrounding areas are the same area, but here Frontier Village is separate from Makna Forest. So here we just have Challenge, which is defeat Shimmering Forte near the X watering hole on a hot day. That's a particular type of weather you get here. With that done, it's time to start doing some quests. It's only been, well, for me, it's been nearly 20 minutes since I started this episode, but a lot of that's hopefully been off camera. Either way, this is going to be a huge episode, probably our longest so far, because I'm going to do literally all of this in one, and look at how fucking red Makna Forest is. So there we go. Let's start by warping, actually, well, we'll start by swapping our party around a little bit. The ideal party we want for this is Ricky in first, Melia in second, Charla in third. Now we have 2 female party members. We can actually start working towards the Paula and Noreen thing of raise them to Lavender Affinity, but Lavender Affinity we've only just got Shulk and Ryan to, so based on that, it's going to take 25 episodes, so that's a long-term thing to work on. Let's warp over to the village entrance. And kicking around here will be some of the Orlugas we need. And also there'll be some item orbs together as well, though we actually have got most of the collection quests done already, which is nice. Which ones do we have still? We got mushy mushrooms, obviously. Then we got cool potatoes and Colony 9, need to remember to do that, and venomous lizards, there we go. But here is our first target. These are Terra Orlugas. They look big and scary, but they're nowhere near as big and scary as they look. And let's talk at this point about Ricky in combat. So, as I've said before, Ricky is all about the status conditions. Bitey Bitey inflicts bleed. Lurgy inflicts poison. Friezenate inflicts chill. And with that, your enemy is taking a lot of damage already. Roly Poly can either inflict topple or bind on them. There, we got him with bind, so he can't move at this point. We can now use Happy Happy to fill up the party gauge a bit. We can use You Can Do It for a little bit of healing, which can also heal Ricky himself. he's got just a whole range of stuff. And here we can sneaky this guy because we're at the side. And we can also, from the same position, use Bitey Bitey, which inflicts extended bleed when we use it from the back or side. With that, I'm going to just try and build up Ricky's talent art a bit, because that's also it's very Ricky, put it that way. Well, we killed that guy before we got it charged, but there we go. Well, we've got another Oluga to try stuff out on here. So Ricky's talent art is Yoink. He steals something from them. There, he stole HP. He can steal Ether, which gives him a bonus to that. He can steal Strength, he can steal AP, he can steal Experience, or he can steal an item, where it gives you just one thing at random from their item list that they drop. This can be really rare shit, and so Yoink is potentially very useful. And what I kind of recommend doing is basically slapping all the status conditions you can on with Ricky. So you just slap on Lurgy, Freezonate, Sneaky, Bitey Bitey, all of, well, not Sneaky, but Bitey Bitey and all of those. And then while you wait for those status conditions to start doing things, build up your Yoink a little bit. It's basically my go-to kind of Ricky strategy, really. So with that, let's take on this final Oluga that we need. See there, we obtained an item with Yoink, so when we kill this guy, we'll find out what it was. Fascinating. The way I've got him set up at the moment, though, unfortunately, Ricky's not great at keeping the aggro, so Melia's taking it just because her damage output is colossal, but there we go. And we also stole a worn muscle fiber. It's not great, but there is actually an item we need off Oluga's, the fancy Oluga mask, so it was always worth a try. With that, let's walk over next to Twisted Tree Gate, and the X-Watering Hole here has a lot of business for us. So up here we have some Oopas. Based on the map, we have quite a lot of Oopas. And these we need to kill for Monster Quest anyway, but we also need 3 Oopa Embers off them, so it's a good chance to try and get the old Yoink off them. Now we see a weakness of Ricky. You'll notice I'm holding right here, but you can't go further right than that without essentially leaving the combat. One of the huge problems with Ricky is he is small. So he starts swimming in water at a level way before any other party member. It means fighting enemies on or near water, it's really easy for you to accidentally leave the battle or have Ricky not be able to join in if you're not playing as him. Which can be a real balls and is just something to be aware of with Ricky. But you'll notice what I did at the start of this fight, which is quite a handy thing, is... Oh, Cloudy Eyeball, that's not what I wanted. But yeah, these guys I actually can't fight with Ricky, which is slightly annoying. Got to lure him a little bit closer, or have those guys at least do some stuff to him. But stuff like, you know, Lurgy and Freezonate will work, and you can lure them out with those. But yeah, because if you start with Battle Start Affinity, then you start with High Attention, and then you can just use Happy Happy straight away, which is really nice. Let's get ourselves ready for a chain attack, I think. Oh, we've stolen Agility from him there, so our Agility goes briefly up. This should hopefully have an Oopa Ember in it. Yes, it does. So that's one down already. Let's kill some more Oopas. So we'll start off a chain attack with Bitey Bitey. Then Melia, perfect. Right, so there's a reason I put Melia in the middle. She's perfect for chaining stuff between, because then she'll chain with whatever Ricky does, as long as she's got an element still summoned. Cool. Charlotte's cooling off, so she... Oh no, she's asleep. Oopas can do that. They can do something where they knock you unconscious. But we got a chain extension, which kind of counted for that. But yeah, looking at Melia, you could always see whether she's got elementals above her head there. She's actually got 2 electric elementals there. So unlike Charlotte, who can just be out of a chain attack if she happens to be cooling off or something like that, that kills the final Oopa. Melia, you can always see if she's got something charged, if it's worth firing up a chain attack, and with her in the middle position, it means you can always get a ×3 on whoever is in your final position. With that, we have this Veneas Nebula here. It has a spike on it, as we can see. Ooh, someone's learned a skill. Presumably, oh, Charlotte apparently. Physical and ether defense and medium weight armor. That's quite good. But yes, this thing you can see from the thing around it has a spike on it. So I'm actually going to put Shulk up first, because we need to take that spike out. It's also annoying to fight people as Ricky here, unfortunately, because here we can wade around. Ricky can't wade, so Ricky is just completely useless in this section. So when I've got my Monado charge, we can use Purge to remove that spike, and as you can see from its name at the top, that spike goes. That's a new thing they've added in the Definitive Edition, and it's really nice to actually be able to meaningfully track when spikes are active or not, which is great. Spike has now come back up, as you can see here. It's just a counter spike. I think it's just when we do any damage to it, it does some back. And as you can see, Purge doesn't last super long. You get about 11 seconds out of it, so there we go. But this is the only Veneas Nebula we need to actually fight. And that gets us that monster quest complete. What did I say about wetting the bed? Oh, I think it was a guy who had a dream about Veneus Nebula and woke up and pissed himself and now wants us to kill him so that he doesn't have to worry about pissing himself anymore. Not fun stuff. Weird. Can't say it enough times. Anyway, we need to kill a Wapple Sardi here. I always think there should be Whirlpool or something like that, but no, it's Wapple. Or Wapple. Either way, it's weird. That's one of our Wapple Sardis, and is this another one? I don't know. No, this is just a regular Makna Piranax. Its face looks slightly different, apparently.
Your skill is truly unrivaled.
It's true. You're really good, Charlotte.
Wow, thanks. I don't know what to say.
That's a nice little interaction there. Quirky liver? What the fuck? Ooh, a rain stat. Oh no, I already have a rain stuff on Melly, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's exactly what I already have on her. Oh, and Dunban's learned a skill. Increases the duration of auras, reduces the effect of spike. All of these are handy. I'm actually going to put Dunban in the party now, I think. Briefly. This is a nice combo as well, Shulk, Melia, Dunban. Because it basically means Shulk can do whatever he wants in a chain attack, Melia can chain it with an elemental, and then Dunban can do a 3 times whatever the fuck he's got kicking around, which can be nice and powerful. If I continue along here, I'm pretty sure there's another pod of Oopas here. There's also, another Wapple Sardi, wonderful. And that Wapple Sardi completes that monster quest. Whenever she says that, witness my power, I always think she's going to say, witness my caring. Because that's a sarcastic thing that people say. But she doesn't say that. She says, witness my power, which frankly makes a lot more sense. Unfortunately, you have to wait for a Sardi to die for ages before you can actually move on to the square they were occupying. Not square, you know what I mean. Oh, Meditator Nasher. That's a Ricky Mighty weapon. With that, I'm basically just going to kind of orbit this area and respawn occasionally because there's a decent kind of concentration of Oopas, and getting those Oopa Embers is just a bit time-consuming, so I'm just going to kind of respawn where I respawn and keep moving through this area until I get that done.
We got through that pretty good.
But we cannot be reckless.
But we mustn't be careless.
Be neither reckless nor careless, there you have it. So down here at the kind of far end are some Dinossaurs, which will drop magic stones we're after. We actually don't need to kill them, we just need to steal their stones. I didn't get any Ooper Embers, by the way, so I will have to redo that loop in a bit. But for now, I figured I'd take on these Dinos since we're here. Also, in case anyone was wondering, this massive thing here is just a normal Ether Crystal deposit and can just be mined like any other Ether Crystal deposit. And there goes its shine. Somewhat. Ah, there's a second Ooper Ember, one more to go.
Finish it.
Leave it to me. Against the odds.
Now I see there is strength in
I was about to say something about doing a 3 times Blossom Dance. What? Right, okay, thoughts. First off, I was going to do a 3 times Blossom Dance and he only got the first 2 hits in before we absolutely ruined its day. Second off, those 3 Oopas dropped a wood, a silver, and a gold chest, and we got the final Ember we needed in the wood chest. The silver one is presumably going to have another Ember in, yep, and some stuff we already have. And the gold chest, a 3rd Ember, as well as some stuff we could potentially use. Let's have a little look. Oh, that looks kind of cool with the wings. Let's go for that. Visually, let's see what it's like as a thing. Not as good as what we currently have. Right, with that, we just got some Dinossaurs left to hunt. Left in this area. We're nowhere near done, don't worry.
It'd be great if you taught me how to use ether. So that's how it is. Given up the sword already? No, that's not it at all.
I'm speechless.
That's amusing because that's actually the same as a conversation with Charlotte where Shulk's like, Charlotte, could you teach me to use a rifle? And Jumpman has the same, I see, giving up the sword already, is it, bitch? Roughly paraphrasing, of course. Ah, there's our first magic stone. Also, I like how much light is still coming off those earth crystals, despite the fact we harvested them, which is kind of cool. And there's a mushy mushroom. And by the looks of it, another 2 mushy mushrooms here. Wonderful.
Let us remain vigilant.
Not bad.
Wonderful, our second magic stone. Finally here at the X-Watering Hole, we have a unique monster to fight. He only turns up, the Shimmering Forte, only turns up in a hot day. So obviously it has to be daytime for that, and you'll see what happens. Pay attention to sounds mostly. Do you hear those birds twittering in the background? That means it's not a hot day. There is a visual effect when it's a hot day. There's also like a heat haze going on. There we go. Oh, idiot. So, oh, the birds have stopped because it's raining, which is another reason why birds might stop. Birds are back. Basically, obviously, rain's quite obvious, but it can be tougher to spot when in the heat haze is on. Here we go. Suddenly silent, and yeah, if you look over there, you'll kind of, well, let's try over there. There's a slight shimmer, everything looks a bit doubled. But the birds are actually the main way to point out, and indeed here is Shimmering Forte. As the game is kindly telling us, he has a spike attack, so I'm going to purge him straight off. Well, I'm going to let Dunban run in and get some hits. He's got a counter spike, so as you can see, I don't think it's actually a counter spike. It might actually be just a, if you're near him, spike. But there we go, we purged it off briefly, so I'm just going to actually, before doing anything with Shulk, recharge my Monado, because that's kind of the issue with Purge having such a short lifespan, is that, see now it's back again already, you barely get enough time to actually do much with Shulk. If you're, oh, vision time. Gnaw on Dunban. Just gonna kill him. Fuck me. Okay. But now we've got a trade-off to do. Melia, could you... I guess you can heal Dunban a bit. Will he survive that with a healing gift? I don't know if he will or not. Speed? Nope, too late. Shit. Now he's dead. That's not good. I was really hoping that I could get shield up in time, but I could not. Well, shit. Now we have to basically hope we can get a party gauge unit back to get Dunban back. Because we are in a bad way. Shulk is not supposed to have this 6th sense of aggro. Nope, I'm dead. I tried to heal myself, but died. Let's try that again. That went badly real fast. By the sounds of it, at least it's still a hot day even though some time has passed. As in there's no birds, so let's try Shimmering Forte again. Well, actually, let's fight this Ansel first, just because... Oh, yeah, well, we're fine anyway. But hey, we'll get some party gauge up for it. I mostly wanted to use the Ansel to make sure that I had Monado gauge ready to roll, which I do. Well, at least builds up our party gauge a bit. Let's try taking on Shimmering Forte a second time. Visions already? What the shit? God, that Gnaw is powerful. Oh, that might just be... This can hit me quite hard, because I sacrificed half my HP to fill the... talent gauge. Oh, did I just Melia? Shit, whoops. Well, Melia, have a free attack, why not? Let's purge him quickly. Dunban, if you could take the aggro, that'd be great. That's literally what you're here for. There we go, good. Deflect that onto Dunban. I mean, Dunban's gonna have a bit of a rough time, but then I can heal Dunban and we're all good. Shit, right, see there? That's a balls, because I lost my light heal and also Dunban's dead. Neither of these are good. Right, I need to purge him pretty soon. Oh, nope, I died from the spike before I could get enough stuff to purge it. Fuck, this guy's annoying. I could probably do some more dedicated healing, so I think I'm actually going to switch Charla in from Elia. Oh, enemy's too strong. Do you want to change to casual mode? Fuck off. I'm happy on expert mode. Damn it, I know what I'm doing. I'm competent. Wah. Ooh, Dunban's learned an art, you say?
No. That's not it at all.
Oh, Heat Haze, that's not an amazing one. It removes all aggro and reduces critical rate. Critical rate, up to 100%, it doubles it, is great, but removing aggro is just not what we want for Dunban. This is definitely going better now we have a dedicated healer. We've actually built up some party gauge. It's all going quite nicely, and I'm just going to finish the bastard with a chain attack. Sometimes, wow, that's it. Yeah, sometimes you do just need a healer, and I think in the more tough battles that becomes more the case. And it's just, battles against enemies with spikes is just, you're just constantly having to purge, because purge only lasts about 10 seconds or so you spend most of that time rebuilding the purge. With that done, let's head over to the Nopon Arch. Ooh, someone's learned a skill as well. Ryan has learned a skill. Ryan has learned increases tension when heat is... Oh, speak words. Increases damage when... Oh. Increases tension when damage is taken. There we go. Let's swap him over onto that tree for a bit. And from here, what we want to do is... Well, I want two things. First off, I'm going to go over and grab some ether crystals. Then following that, we need to basically get down into the valley itself. That's a Makna Ansel, that's not what I'm after. If I bring up the map, yes, you'll see our exclamation point target is flying around out there. We need to make a bit of a leap of faith for this. Oh, I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up! Ooh! This is gonna be real close. Oh, apparently I just skedaddled down it. Wonderful. Flying around here, this Ansel is our target. It's called the Agile Albatro. But it can be a bit of a balls to fight because of this Foolsardy and this Makna Brock and these various X that can get in the way of your fight of it. Each of these are easy enough enemies on their own, but they can make your fight with a unique monster surprisingly annoying. So I'm going to take these guys out while it flies up to the other end of the canyon, and then it'll come back down and we should be in a better position to fight. Also gives me a nice chance to just, make sure everything, party gauge, Monado gauge are all built up a little bit and whatnot. But this is weird. We're all dazed in the river and Charlotte's just there swimming. I guess it's because we're actually right on the outer limits of where we're actually able to walk in the waterfall. In the river. There we go. Ah, shit, we've been seen. Well, let's try and kill this guy first and quite quickly. Then we'll try and deal with the other guy. Unfortunately, this is a really bad time. But there we go. He showed up before I'd finished cleaning those enemies out, but actually while I was mid doing it, which if anything is worse. But we got a full party gauge. I'm actually sitting on a chain attack, which I don't want to use. I'm going to hide from him a little bit, and unfortunately, yes, we're going to spend half this fight in a fucking river, and there's not much I can do about that. Unless... Right, let's do some exciting battle commands. Guys, come to me. Come to me, guys. Charlotte, that includes you. The issue is if Charlotte doesn't get out of the damn water... well, that'll do enough. At least... If he focuses on us and we're out here, Charlotte will naturally come towards us. Right. What I'm going to do here is break and topple him. Because we can... Oh, wow, he's immune to break. He's fully immune to break. Balls. That's less good. Well, let's do a three-way pink combo. Why not? Yep, he can't be broken even in a chain attack. That's worth knowing. Problematic. Now we're not in a great position, and he has got... and we're out of party gauge. So let's try and build that up quite quickly. There we go. He's not dead. He's actually giving us a vision. That's the opposite of dead. Skewer is presumably going to kill Dunban pretty hard, yeah. Now maybe we can change the future by just killing this man. Yep, there we go. Within a few frames of it becoming a problem. Wonderful. As he's a unique monster, as ever, he drops a gold chest. Oh, in case everyone wasn't aware, that always happens. Unique monsters are guaranteed to drop a gold chest, which is pretty nice. With that, let's change up our party a little bit. We actually want what I think of as the original three of Shulk, Ryan, and Sharla in that order, and I want to head over to the village entrance. We're kind of done working this way, though there are still some enemies we can fight. We don't need to, because they're just things that'll drop something. Actually, are they collectibles? Oh, they might be mushy mushrooms, in which case I'll have a little look. Ah, yes, they are mushy mushrooms. Wonderful. That's one. Oh, and if this is all three, then this will get me all those kelp mushrooms, which is wonderful. That's two. And that is three. Brilliant. Because that's not a generic quest, you do actually need to return it to Kifuko. But we'll do that in a bit. Next, if we warp to the village entrance. From here, we actually want to head south into what for us has been completely uncharted territory. But fortunately, we can chart it by just moving across these bridges. There's no need to run around on the floor and run the risk of those level 96 Lycal mammoths when we can be safe up here. From here, you could also start seeing into what I think of as like deep Makna. Here at the Windmill Pavilion, there's two levels of Makna Forest. There's kind of the rivers and waterfalls Makna, and then there's the deep woods, or deep forest over here. Deep woods is the thing from fucking, what's it called? Not Paper Mario. Mario Odyssey. There's a Ferris here that I'm going to kill. No need to do this other than I want to have the Monado gauge charged for the nonsense we're about to attempt. Bit of party gauge probably also won't hurt. Now, I mentioned this when we got the quest earlier, but what we're taking on here is Breezy Zolos, who is a unique monster, who is a massive bastard for two reasons. Number one, he is a hard fight anyway, for reasons we will see, and number two is this thing walking around near him, which we've got a vague look on. There's Breezy Zolos, and just behind him, fortunately, is a level 98 Dinosaurus. That can be a huge problem, because that can suddenly just turn up in the middle of the fight and ruin the day. Wait for it to be past Breezy Zolos before engaging him. Breezy Zolos, as you can see, has a spike, and his spike is awful. much like in Shimmering Forte's fight, but significantly worse, you need to focus all of your attention on Shulk, of just fighting and purging. Do not risk doing any arts, just lay down purge constantly. The only way I've ever found to beat this at this level, it's actually a level higher than us, the only way I've beaten at this level is by doing this approach. So, here we can successfully break and topple him, and that's exactly what I want to do. So we topple with Ryan, we might get a chance to do something with Sharla. Let's Thunderbolt him, just get some damage in, potentially use that for healing. If I got a chain extension, would have been nice. But there we go. Now at least his spike is countered by him being on the ground, and we can daze him both and get a decent amount of damage in on him. And now we start building up the party gauge again, and the Monado gauge again. As soon as he's back on his feet, which might take a while, we want to purge him once again. And yeah, this guy's spike is awful. So we just need to stay on top of it. I've only been able to particularly do this with Ryan and Sharla and Shulk. Me in charge of Shulk and Ryan and Sharla being driven by the AI, because you can't rely on AI Shulk, unfortunately, to do purge properly. Every time you get a chain attack, which you can build up quite easily, don't bother trying to do any damage with your chain attack. You want to break and topple him only. Again, I was hoping that chain extension but won't get it, but break and topple. Headshaker on Sharla can help you get daze on him a bit more easily, but I didn't think to equip it. But either way, now he's dazed, we can use that to build up our Monado gauge again. We'll de-spike him once he's up, but here we can actually do a bit of damage with Shulk, and now he's back up, we can purge him again, and you see how this goes. We're just in a cycle here. This should be easy enough. Oh, Shulk's got the aggro, that's not good. Oh, that was nice though. So we're actually nearly up to another chain attack. But yeah, imagine you're doing this and then just, by chance, a level 96 Dinosaurus walks into this fight, and then suddenly everything you've been focusing on doing is just all completely bollocks. It can be a massive balls, to say the least. And he moves around a lot, which means getting the auto attack hits in on Shulk that you need to actually just keep that purge charged is really annoying. There you go. As soon as I charge purge, his spike is back. So he's just he's a real balls to even keep spike on, keep spike off. But we'll break and topple him for. Oh shit! Oh bollocks! Oh, his sword drove him by accident. Well, shit. Now we're in a different way. Hopefully he's broken. Ryan will be able to top him outside of the chain attack. There we go. Cool. I really nearly fucked that up. And there we go. There's Breezy's Olos. Really tough one to defeat when you are this low level, but I want to do it while we're here and now, and there we go. Whew. And we got some cool stuff. Shield Ramtok, 5-star rod. Let's see if any of that's... Actually, no, I'll do all my leveling up after this. So, from here, what we want to do is head to the Windmill Pavilion. And we want to head to this thing over here. These kind of, these 3 glowing stones, because they are indeed a landmark. This is the Glowmoss Trihenge. That name checks out. Let's switch up the party a bit. I think we'll go for Ricky, Melia, and Dunban. These are just people who I want to just show off a bit and also just get them some affinity together. Just because I think we are pretty much done this episode with fights that we need to be particularly well optimized for. Here I'm going basically south. If I bring up this, so this deep woods is very much characterized by having these huge precipices underneath it, rather than the nice little waterfalls that the kind of like waterfall and river and bridge part of Makna Forest has. But we can see now we're starting to actually fill in the map a little bit, so that you see it's this kind of large arcing shape. And of course, yeah, we're over precipices, and here indeed is Precipice Bridge. A lot of the other types of Orlugas we need to fight are here, and we also need 5 fancy Orluga masks that come from Orlugas. So let's do a lot of Orluga fighting. So Ricky has stolen a Orluga mask with Yoink, which is nice. And then we've killed various Orlugas that we needed to kill, and hopefully more masks. Yes, more masks. Wonderful. Was that all the loot? Yes, it was. Let's kill some more Orlugas. Oh, and there's a vision. 4 benign crickets. What kind of offering could Pipiki want to make with these? Well, we'll find out in... I have no idea. I literally can't even remember what side quest that is, which means it's quite some way in the future. We'll also see Hodes here for the first time. Hodes are like... They look like the little Jawas, like the sand dudes from... Like, not the sand people from Star Wars, the other sand people. But they look like them, but they have a weird relationship with the Hodes. They with the Olugas. They seem to kind of domesticate them somewhat. So when you see Olugas, you also tend to see Hodes.
Everyone, feel the flow of battle.
Only feel Dundon's
I do like some of the quotes. Like, Ricky just has some brilliant, really natural interactions with the rest of the party like that. Ricky only feel Dundon's scary voice. I do love the man. That's our third Oluga mask. Excellent. So with that, we have taken out 2 more of the Olugas that we needed to. And another map for us. Oh, and a biter for Ricky. Wonderful. I think we just need to respawn and walk back to Precipice Bridge to get some more. I think we've killed all the Olugas we need to, but we still need to kill more Olugas for the masks, rather than actually to kill them in their own right. Let's check that now. No, we still got 2 more, one more arena Oluga to kill, but we can do that on the bridge. Anyway. Oh, now you see the power of roly-poly, keep on rolling. That there, Ricky was just able to just fucking deck a monster and just inflict topple on it, no questions asked. It's great. We've yoinked an item. Oh, I do love the little pond sometimes. So with that, we've defeated the arena Olugas that we needed, which is the final Oluga one, and then we just have the Oluga mask to get. Ooh, is that a gold chest in there? Yeah. Does have an Oluga mask in it, yes, and also some Kronos bottoms and another Dynastra for Ryan, not that we need it. And that is our final lot of Oluga masks. Wonderful. Nearly done, but not quite. Next up, we need to go to the Trihenge, and we're actually, from there, we can actually see where the nasty bit of forest where the Telethia dwells is. It's basically where those crystals are, but that is not where we are going. We need to actually curve around here to the north, and then head east to Yellow Flower Grove. So here, Elucas have a tendency to emerge at random from it, and actually the unique monster we're looking for is an Eluca that's a bit further in. I also want to swap up the party a bit, so I'll just kill this guy first. So, quite a hard-hitting party here, but with no healing capabilities, which is an intentional choice of Melia, Rhine, and Shulk. No healing capabilities, but we have, of course, got the Monado. So, our target, I think, is in here. So let's... Oh! Nope, let's not do this because our target is in here, but our target is only here at night. So let's make it nighttime. There we go. So in the center here is the Lazy Bluco. Let's see if we can lure this Makna Aluka over here and do it in a bit first. Oh, there we go. We started to fight with the other one, balls. Well, that's what I was hoping to avoid, but there we go. Right, let's probably just take out this smaller one, and then... Oh, no, we're in a pretty bad way here. Shit. Right, cool. I'm going to cast Regenerate onto everyone at least. Ah, bollocks. Well, this has got messy real fast. But there we go. Let's start casting things on people real fast. Strength up to everyone. Water, regenerate even to everyone. Oh, Ryan's in a rough way. Ryan, I think you should probably have some healing. I'm going to regret suddenly that no healing decision because I was not counting on being just fucking swarmed like this. Binding Ray. Oh, that's just going to bind him. Cool. A lot of things happening here. Don't know why I even had an option to do that, but there we go. Right, we need to focus everything on Lazy Bluco. If I can heal Ryan again. Not Shulk. Fucking Christ. Right, Ryan, you need to basically draw the aggro and... Oh, God, this is going to be nasty. Alright, that seems like that's going to be fairly powerful. So, Shulk, if you can use Monado's speed on Ryan so he can dodge that, that would be great. There we go, that's going to miss now, which is just what we want to see. Let's get a second set of regeneration going. The unfortunate thing with this is I have to be rather close to Ryan for this to actually work. Let's quickly focus on this side one. I think the issue here is I can't take on that unique monster with this much nonsense going on. Oh my god, so many visions. Oh, that's just binding me. I think it warns me about that just because it's a status condition. But that's fine. Right, we killed him at least, so this way, I'm in Element Burst, which is pretty nice. Let's reduce this guy's defense. And let's heal up Ryan a bit. Right, let's get some things fired off. Nope, bollocks. At least I haven't been chain attacking, so at least I got a ton of stuff for dealing with visions. Right, at least we can have him speed away from that quite easily. Then I can speed onto Rhine. I'm basically just doing a weird trick here where I'm using Melia's like energy absorb on her, like on herself to heal herself, and then transferring that healing over to Rhine by healing gift. It's a weird way of doing it, but it is working. But this means, yeah, Ryan's Melia's one of these characters who's kind of half healer like that. Headbanger, gonna kill him. Cool. I'm hoping speed can make him dodge that as well. Yeah. That's good. And then let's get him healed up again. We're actually doing all right. I mean, this fight is definitely on the back foot, but we are defending and we are managing. And the nice thing is we're keeping up a shit ton of party gauge. So actually a lot of like warning, and there we go, bring up people when they're dead. Lazy Blue Coat's got a spike? What? I didn't even realize that. Right, let's bring up some elementals quickly. We've nearly killed Blue Coat though. But I'm dead. And quest completed. We did it with me on my ass. There we go. Whew. Right, let's finish off this guy, which should be much easier now with not that thing on it. That was a weird fight, and I think that's more visions than we've seen in the rest of the game combined. But hey, if you weren't so sure about how visions and Monado's speed worked, there it is. So because those weren't talent arts, as in they didn't have a number next to them, we can't use Monado's shield on them, we can't block them entirely. But because they are red arts, that is physical, not ether arts, which would be purple.
We can't go on like this.
We cannot go on like this, you're right. But yeah, because they were red arts, we can still speed away from them. That's the second lot of green Luca juice. It smells so strong. Does Deki really expect Adi Baba to drink this? Well, we'll find out in a while. And then we get some... Ooh, an Étoile sniper. That's French for star. Some gubs from defeating him. And with that... Have we got any collection quests left to do other than that one that's in Colony 9? Yes. Venomous lizards. Right, let's just do this. And then we're basically done. Because what we've got to do left, we have got mushy mushrooms, and then the other one, which I'll do in Colony 9 next episode. Right, with that, let's grab some venomous lizards. Man, these are fucking miles away. Oh, they're all near the X-watering hole, that's why. There's one. Well, there's three, but there's one recently. There's two. And clearly our third one is up there. This whole section here is an area we've not been to yet, and I'm not going to show off yet, but I will, of course, do what I must in order to get collectibles. I've said it before, but it's one of the things I quite like about Xenoblade Chronicles is the kind of the 3D nature of it, which is surprising sometimes for an RPG. That completes that collection quest. Now we just need to return to Kafuko with his mushy mushrooms, because that's not a generic quest. He's just kicking about not here, at the Sacred Altar at nighttime.
Friends brought mushrooms, look so soft and delicious. My tummy will surely be satisfied.
That's not what he sounded like last time, but there we go. I hope I was of some help. You were, that was a brilliant job, and that ain't no lie.
But with weak teeth, Kafuko cannot eat other yummy things. Oh dear, a life of soft foods for Kafuko.
And that completes mushy mushrooms. With that, we have one final thing to do. It's a quest we got a while ago, but we're actually now in a position to do it. Let's head to the Waypoint Beacon. And we want to start heading up north here to... When we first got to Makna Forest, we used this area to grind Quadwings and Ferrises. But what we actually want to do here is head up this way, which I think I've already missed the opportunity to do it. There's a lot of stuff around here, like foliage. At least they've made Makna Forest so much better than it used to be. Basically, the draw distances were not good in Makna Forest on the original Wii version, and so all the foliage would just pop up as you got closer to it, and it just meant walking through it would just, you'd see all the stuff going spoing, 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 and it was one of the very few parts of this game that actually, like, generally to say it's a Wii game, it looked and performed pretty well, but that was one of the few things which felt extremely dated. Anyway, we have a tunnel here that has some vangs in, but other than that, if we go through to the end, then the cave opens up to the Divine Sanctuary, and this incredible, like, 180 panorama of Great Makna Falls. And if you remember, there was something we were supposed to do and a place where we could see Great Makna Falls in all its glory was to throw half of Satata's brother's mushroom cap off the falls. This has to be the place Satata was talking about. I'll throw the cap, as he said. May you rest in peace. And we need to finish it off by returning to Satata, which we'll do in a couple of episodes' time. But we are going to end it there. We've done a lot of side questing around Makna Forest. This is probably being my biggest episode. If it's not, I'll be amazed by how much I've cut, frankly, but I'm expecting this to be well in the 45-minute category. But it's not shit I want to split over 2 episodes, frankly. Progression is more important than time. With that, next episode, we are going to be returning to Colony 9 and doing some side quests around there. I hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.